So this is a previous video I had made about my former therapist called Lenape Valley Foundation employs gynocentric feminist predators. Now the reason I am making this video is because what people need to understand is that to the best of my knowledge, this woman worked with her supervisors to conspire against me to cover up whatever actions they took against me, because they never said what actions they took against me, but they obviously tried to take some sort of actions against me, being that she stated in front of, well, not in front of, but on the phone with my case manager, that her supervisor had Googled me, found a video that her supervisor then thought was the admission of me committing crimes. Nobody reported it to the police, which the law says that they absolutely 100% would have to do, okay? And then tried to accuse me. The day prior to that, she tried to accuse me of these things. And then the next day, on the phone with my case manager, stated that her supervisor believed that I was committing these crimes. And again, nobody reported this to the police like they have to do. Now, I don't know if this woman is the one that is solely responsible, mostly responsible, because nobody is sharing proper information with me. But what I do know is this woman is not emotionally or cognitively well enough to understand reality from fantasy. I know that much. Moving forward. So this is the name of my former therapist, Kelsey Beecham. Now people might go, you're stalking her, you're harassing her. No, stalking and harassing people is what she did to me. It's what her supervisors did to me. It's what Lenape Valley did to me. And it's what they utilized the county of Bucks, the Department of Mental Health in Bucks County, to cover up. And I have evidence of all of this and witnesses to all of it. So no, I am not stalking or harassing her. It's quite the reverse. I am exposing the danger that this woman poses to the public. Because that's what concerns me, that she has access to other people to victimize. So, her education, yada, 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 specialties. She is a clinical social worker. So she is a clinical social worker, okay, and is a healthcare professional. And this is the problem. She has access to the most vulnerable people in society, okay? The thing with me is I was less vulnerable than they thought when they tried to victimize me, okay? I spoke up, and I will continue to speak up until something gets done. So, she is a clinical social worker, is a healthcare professional who provides physical health, mental health. So she is a combat medic, although I don't believe that she is providing physical health care at this moment. Family and child welfare and correction support services. She had worked with juvenile delinquents in the past, from what I gather. And treatment by using psychosocial approaches. Clinical social work includes advocacy. Oh, I'm sorry, that's just discussing what a clinical social worker is. Sorry about that. That's not her. So, scratch that. That's just describing what a clinical social worker does. So, this is about Kelsey Beecham here. Okay, so yada, yada, yada. Okay, measures and activity. She doesn't have any. She works with Lenape Valley Foundation. And I'm going to get into Lenape Valley Foundation in a bit. So even more so than Ms. Beecham, it's Lenape Valley Foundation that poses the most extreme risk to the public. Because they're the ones that had acted in a conspiracy with the county of Bucks against me, and which I have witnesses to prove and documentation to prove this. Okay? So, really, Ms. Beecham is simply one cog in the machine of harm to the public being posed by Lenape Valley Foundation. So, summary of details: they have 10 clinical social workers, 8 nurse practitioners, 1 neurologist, and 8 psychiatrists. Okay, so clinical social workers they got working for them are Kelsey Beecham, Mary Edison, Jana Fisher, Kathleen Flynn, Audrey Goldberg, Stephanie Griega, Victoria Lebeau, Rebecca Lee, Sarah Schneider, Christopher Thompson. Nurse practitioners, they had... Now, Christopher Thompson is another danger to the public. He tried to swat me, and I've made a number of videos about that. Nurse practitioners, they have working for them. They have Erica Dolbell, De Palma, Regina Edelev, Dorcas Borisquat, Mary Mangan, Jennifer Marston, Catherine Myers, Mary Glenn Short, and Stephen Weiss. Now, what's funny is I am going to actually give a shout out and a positive review to somebody on here. The first person I met with when I went to Lenape Valley was Stephen Weiss. He is a stand-up individual, and as far as I'm concerned, he did a wonderful job with me. I've seen other people have given him negative reviews on Google. I would like to say, as far as I'm concerned, he did just fine with me. Okay? He wasn't jumping to any wild-eyed conclusions like Ms. Beecham had, or like Ms. Beecham's supervisors did. He actually did a decent job. Oh, and by the way, that proves I'm not anti-Semitic, because obviously Mr. Weiss is of the Semitic persuasion. Neurology providers in Lenape Valley Foundation. Stephanie Taormina, psychiatry providers. Gail Greenspan, Katrina Schupak, Miriam Bickle, Michael Buxbaum, Scott Harriman, David Nover, Stephanie Taramina, whatever, and Marianne Venezia. So this is my playlist. Lenape Valley Foundation needs to be shut down. I highly recommend that everybody take their time and work their way through these videos. These videos outline Lenape Valley's crimes against me and the public, and I strongly recommend everybody watch these videos. There is 90 of them. Could take a while. And that's all for this video.